90 questions, 4 sections, exactly the format of your exam paper. This is the sample test for Lesson 1A. No revision this time. We go straight into the questions. For every question, you get 5 seconds to choose. Then I give you the answer, and I explain why the other 3 options are wrong. Every slide is written in English and Arabic. Take a sheet of paper and number it 1 to 90. Section 1. Reading. Here is the passage. All 10 reading questions come from it. Read it now and notice the markers 9A to 9D and 10A to 10D. Those are the 2 insert a sentence questions. Question 1. A. How the quality of a question shapes the quality of the answer. The whole text, from the Q&A column to the speed dating night, is about question quality. Not B, only paragraph B, one detail, not the main idea. C, the text never says speed dating replaced courtship. D, the journalist is an example, not the subject. Question 2. D. The men move and the women stay at the same table. Paragraph C. Women remain seated. Men move along the row. Not A. Reversed. The women stay seated. B. Reversed. The men are the ones who move. C. Only the men change tables. The answer is C, because you can tell whether you want to know someone more. You cannot learn a history, but you can learn whether you want to. Not A, speed of speech is never mentioned. B, that is the organizer's convenience, not their argument. D, nobody reads answers in advance. Question 4. B. The time limit was the reason her conversations failed. The problem was not the clock at all, implies she had blamed the clock. Not A. She blamed the format, not the people. C. Age is never discussed. D. The venue is never criticized. Question. The answer is B. They revealed far more about people than factual answers did. They revealed more than any list of facts would have. Not A, the opposite. They laughed and argued. C, the arguing was a good sign, not an ending. D, the time limit never changed. Question 6. A, its fixed questions still produce unpredictable answers. Paragraph A, same questions yet never predictable answers. Not B, the opposite. Readers learn more from the short interview. C, the questions are always the same. D, a journalist asks them. Question 7. Sufficient. Ample means more than enough, contrasting impossibly short. Not A, the opposite of ample. B, cost is irrelevant here. D, ample is about quantity, not time. The answer is D, dull. Flat answers made 3 minutes feel like 30, and the text later says a dull question. Not A, that is the literal meaning, not the meaning here. B, honesty is not the issue. The answers were boring. C, they were long enough, just dull. The answer is A, 9A. It follows something unexpected and introduces the problem was not the clock. Not B, the discovery must come before the examples. C, too late. The method has already changed. D, the paragraph has already moved on. Question 10. 10A. It explains she changed her method and leads into suddenly not long enough. Not B. The change must come before the result. C. The lesson is already being stated. D. The evening is already over. Section 2. Vocabulary. 20 questions. Question 11. Perspective. Perspective means possible or future. Not A means former, the opposite. B means unwilling. D means far away. The answer is C, courtship. Courtship is the romantic period before marriage. Not A, belonging to a club. B, a scholarship or a group of colleagues. D, a business relationship. A, scorecard. A scorecard is where you write the points. Not B, a list of times. C, proof of payment. D, an official document. Question 14. The answer is C, match. A match is when two people fit together. Not A, an agreement. B, a tie in a game. D, just two of something. The answer is D, type. Fixed expression, not your type. Not A, we do not say not my kind in this fixed phrase. B, not my sort exists but is not the set phrase here. C, style is about appearance. Question 16. The answer is A, badge. A badge is a small piece of metal, plastic, or cloth you wear. Not B, a label goes on a product. C, a stamp is for post. D, a ticket. Question 17. The answer is D, grimace. A grimace shows pain or disgust. Not A, a small nervous laugh, the wrong emotion. B, a quick look. Question 18. The answer is A, giggling. To giggle is to laugh in a silly, nervous way. Not B, gasping is a sharp intake of breath. C, groaning is a sound of pain. D, grinning is a wide smile. Question 19. The answer is D, raised. Raise your eyebrows to show surprise. Not A, climb is for going up something. B, rose cannot take an object. C, not the. Question 20. The answer is D, chat up. Chat somebody up. Talk to them because you are attracted. Not A, not an English phrasal verb. B, chat about means discuss a topic. C, chat over means discuss while doing something. D, quickfire. Quickfire means a rapid series of things. Not A, describes a fast thinker. B, describes someone clever and funny. C, describes someone who gets angry fast. The answer is A, applicant. An applicant is a person. The others are ways of collecting answers. Not B, a survey collects answers. C, an interview collects answers. D, a questionnaire collects answers. Question 23. The answer is D, grimace. A grimace shows pain. The others are all laughter. Not A, a way of laughing. B, a way of laughing. C, a way of laughing. The answer is D, chatted. To chat is friendly, informal talk. Not A, muttering is speaking quietly and unclearly. B, chattering is fast, trivial talk. C, gossiping is talking about other people. Question 25. D. Personal. A personal question is about your private life. Not A. Individual means single or separate. B. Personnel means staff. C. A private eye is a detective. Question 26. D. Extremely talkative. He talked 40 minutes without pausing. Not A. The opposite of the clue. B. Preparation is not mentioned. C. Intelligence is not the clue. Question 27. D. Using very few words. The interview ended after 2 minutes, so she said very little. Not A. Volume is not the clue. B. No anger is mentioned. C. Believability is not the clue. Question 28. Blue. Blow your own trumpet means boast. Not A. You play an instrument, but the idiom uses blow. B. Sound is not used in this idiom. D. Ring is for bells and phones. The answer is B. Foot. Put your foot in it. Say something embarrassing by accident. Not A. Not part of this idiom. C. Head belongs to other idioms. D. Hold your tongue is a different idiom. Question 30. And tired. Sick and tired of means completely fed up. Not B. Safe and sound means unharmed. C. Up and running means working properly. D. Give and take means compromise. Section 3. Grammar and structure. 40 questions. Question 31. The answer is money is uncountable, so how much? Not A. How many is for countable nouns. B. How long is for duration. D. How far is for distance. Question 32. How many? Languages are countable, so how many? Not B. How much is for uncountable nouns. C. How often is for frequency. D. How long is for duration. Question 33. How long? Duration, so how long? Not A. How often asks frequency, not length. B. How much is for quantity. D. How far is for distance. Question 30. The answer is C. How often? Frequency, so how often? Not A. How long asks duration. B. How far asks distance. D. How much asks quantity. The answer is B. How far? Distance, so how far? Not A. How long asks time. C. How much asks quantity. D. How many asks number. How tall? People are tall. Not A. How high is for buildings. C. How big is for size. D. How long is for objects lying down. The answer is A. What? What plus noun for an open category. Not B. How asks manner. C. Whose asks possession. D. Which implies a short given list. The answer is D. Which. Which is for a choice from a limited set. Not A. What is for open categories. B. Whose asks possession. C. Who asks about a person. Whose. Whose asks possession before a noun. Not A. Who is a subject pronoun, not possessive. B. Whose means who is. D. Whom is an object pronoun. Question. The answer is D. What. Set phrase what kind of. Not A. Which needs a limited set. B. Whose asks possession. C. How asks manner. D. Are. Married is an adjective here, so the verb be, not a. Do is for main verbs, not adjectives. B. Did is past simple. C. Have needs a past participle. The answer is A, have. Ever plus past participle means present perfect, so have. Not B, do cannot take said. C, did needs the base form say. D, are cannot take a past participle here. Question. The answer is D, do. Present simple with the main verb want, so do. Not A, did is past simple. B, are cannot take want. C, have needs a past participle. Question 40. Was. Working plus last year means past continuous, so was. Not A, did needs the base form. B, has needs a past participle. D, does is present simple. Question. The answer is C, did. Past simple question, so did plus base form. Not A, do is present simple. B, have needs a past participle. D, were would need. Question 46. The answer is A, did. Yesterday means past simple, so did. Not B, does is present simple. C, was would need starting. D, has needs a past. Question 47. The answer is A, wrote. Subject question, who is the doer? So no auxiliary. Not B, did is never used in a subject question. C, double past, did plus wrote. D, wrong tense and unnecessary auxiliary. (48) The answer is D, met. Who is the subject? So no auxiliary. Not A, wrong tense for yesterday. B, did is not used when who is the subject. C, double past. Plus met. Question 49. The answer is A, did she invite? Object question, she is the subject, so keep did plus base form. Not B, no auxiliary, so it reads as a statement. C, inverted word order without an auxiliary. D, did plus invited is a double past. D. The answer is B, happened. What is the subject of happen, so no auxiliary? Not A, did is not used when what is the subject. C, double past, did plus happened. D, was plus happen is not a valid form. (51) The answer is B, past. How many students is the subject, so no auxiliary? Not A, no did in a subject question. C, double past, did plus past. D, were plus pass is not valid. Question 50. The answer is A, this book costs. Indirect question. No inversion, no does, verb at the end. Not B, does is never used inside an indirect question. C, verb before subject is inversion. D, did adds a wrong tense. Question 53. The answer is C, the pool opens. Indirect question keeps statement order. Not A, does inside an indirect question. B, verb before subject is inversion. D, inverted and changes the meaning. (54) The answer is B, she lives. Indirect question, subject plus verb, no auxiliary. Not A, does inside an indirect question. C, inverted word order. D, did plus lived is a double past and inverted. 55. The answer is A, if. With no question word, use if or whether. Not B, that introduces a statement, not a hidden question. C, what needs a missing thing to refer to. D, does, cannot. Question 56. The answer is B, when. When fits the meaning and keeps statement order. Not A, that introduces a statement. C, if that is not a valid combination. D, what does not fit a time expression. The answer is B. Does Tim usually listen to? Keep the preposition to at the end. Not A, the preposition to is missing. C, no auxiliary, so it reads as a statement. D, auxiliary and subject are in the wrong order. The answer is D. Are you waiting for? The preposition stays at the end. Not A, the preposition for is missing. B, no inversion, so it reads as a statement. C, English does not front the preposition here. The answer is C. Are you thinking about? Think about, so the preposition stays at the end. Not A, English does not front the preposition here. B, the preposition about is missing. D, no inversion, so it reads as a statement. Question 60. Aren't. The contraction goes before the subject. Not A, don't cannot be used with coming. B, the full form is not used before the subject in questions. C, not cannot come first. Question 61. A, didn't you? Negative question, contracted auxiliary plus subject. Not B, no inversion, so it reads as a statement. C, the full form is not used this way in questions. D, no inversion at all. Question 62. Aren't you? Positive statement with are takes aren't you. Not A, isn't it, refers to a thing, not to you. B, don't you needs a main verb. D, a positive statement needs a negative tag. Question 63. Did she? A negative statement takes a positive tag. Not B, two negatives. C, wrong tense. D, wrong auxiliary. The answer is B, neither have. Agreeing with a negative uses neither plus auxiliary plus subject. Not A, so agrees with a positive. C, wrong auxiliary for the present perfect. D, so plus do agrees with a positive. The answer is B, is. Echo the auxiliary of the original sentence. It is. Not A, does not echo is. C, has, does not echo is. Wrong tense. Question 66. The answer is B. How long have you known your best friend? Question word, auxiliary, subject, past participle. Not A, no inversion, so it reads as a statement. C, did changes the meaning to a finished past. D, auxiliary and subject in the wrong order. Who usually cooks the dinner? Subject question, no auxiliary, adverb before the verb. Not A, does is not used when who is the subject. B, does plus cook is unnecessary here. D, the dinner becomes the cook. Question 68. The answer is D. Could you tell me if there is a bank near here? If plus subject plus verb, no inversion. Not A, if plus inversion is a double error. B, inverted inside an indirect question. C, the is missing. Question 69. The answer is C. What kind of films do you like watching? proper word order with the auxiliary do, not A, did in a subject question, B, no auxiliary at all, D, does with present forms. Question 70. The answer is C. Could you tell me what time the bank opens? Keeps statement order inside the indirect question, not A, inversion inside an indirect question. B, wonder that should be wonder if. D, did plus inversion. Section 4, writing, the last 20 questions. The answer is B, top left. The receiver's address goes top left. Not A, bottom left is for signatures. C, top right is the sender's own address. D, nothing goes bottom right in a formal letter. The answer is A, yours sincerely. A named person takes yours sincerely. Not B, faithfully is for an unnamed recipient. C, too informal for a formal letter. D, only for family and close friends. The answer is C, yours faithfully. An unnamed recipient takes yours faithfully. Not A, sincerely is only for a named person. B, far too informal. D, not a recognized formal closing. The answer is C, about. Inquire about something. Not A, inquire on is not used. B, inquire of means to ask a person. D, inquire. Question 75. The answer is B, receiving. Look forward to plus the ing form. Not A, to here is a preposition, so it needs ing. C, passive does not fit the meaning. D, Question 76. The answer is A, could. I would be grateful if you could is the standard formula. Not B, can is too direct after would be grateful. C, will does not match the conditional. D, grammatically clumsy and unnecessary. The answer is C. Could you please tell me how much the fees are? An indirect question with please is the most formal. Not A, slang, completely wrong register. B, then makes it sound impatient. D, an order, not a request. The answer is B. Do you know where she lives? No inversion inside, and a question mark at the end. Not A, the whole sentence is a question, so it needs a question mark. C, inversion inside an indirect question. D, unnecessary comma and inversion. Question 79. I wonder what time it is. I wonder is a statement, so a full stop. Not A, could you tell me is a request, so it needs a question mark. C, I wonder is not a direct question. D, unnecessary comma and inversion. Question 80, the answer is a reported yes or no question uses whether or if. Not B, that introduces a statement, not a question. C, what needs a missing thing to refer to. D, did cannot follow asked me. Question 81. The answer is statement order with the tense shifted back. Not A, present tense and inversion in a reported question. C, inversion is not used in reported speech. D, unnecessary auxiliary. Question 82. The answer is nevertheless. The two facts contrast, so nevertheless. Not A, therefore shows result, not contrast. C, in addition, adds a similar point. D, thus shows result. Question 83. In addition, a second supporting point, so in addition, not A, whereas contrasts two clauses in one sentence. B, nevertheless signals contrast. D, however, signals contrast. The answer is D, whereas. Direct contrast between two clauses, not A, and simply joins, it loses the contrast. B, so shows result. C also adds a similar idea. The answer is B, due to. My poor health is a noun phrase, so due to. Not A, as needs a full clause, not a noun phrase. C, because needs a full clause. Question 86. The answer is B, one reason. One reason is that. Not A, because cannot begin a noun phrase subject. C, because of needs a noun and cannot be the subject. D, as cannot. Question 87. The answer is B, the majority. The majority of plus a plural noun. Not A, almost cannot be followed by of. C, nearly cannot be followed by of. D, of them is redundant after most of them. The answer is A, ought. Ought plus to plus infinitive. Not B, should is never followed by to. C, must is never followed by to. D, ought to be needs an adjective. Question 89. The answer is D, questionnaire. Questionnaire, double N, ending AIRE. Not A, missing one N. B, missing the final E. Question 90. The answer is B, embarrassing. Embarrassing, double R and double S. Not A, missing one R. C, missing one S. D, missing the I. That is all 90. Here is the answer key for reading and vocabulary. Screenshot it. And grammar and structure and writing. Now count your score out of 90. 75 or more, and you are ready. 60 to 74, review your weakest section. Below 60, work through the paper again slowly. Almost every grammar question here came from two rules. Subject questions take no auxiliary. Indirect questions take no inversion. Good luck.